Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in today's episode we will be learning about how to take care of a geranium ivy plant. So let me in the beginning itself tell you that this is not actually a geranium plant, but it is actually a pelargonium plant. So a geranium plant and a pelargonium plant looks somewhat similar, so people generally confuse it and the name is stuck. So let's stick with that name and let's move on to what are the conditions that this plant really likes and how to take care of it. So this is a native of South Africa. So when you come to sunlight conditions, it loves full sun, but it is advisable for people in regions where the summer is really harsh, please give it some shade. Either east facing, for such people, east facing directions will be feasible. For people especially staying in Bangalore where the summer is not really harsh, you can provide full sun, or you can put it in an area which faces east direction or which faces the southwest direction. So I have placed my pelargoniums or geranium ivies in the west direction. So when the geraniums are there in the west direction, it gets a lot of sun, it blooms really well. So that is my experience. So your experience might be different, so you will have to do some trial and error till you find the right spot. The other thing is that these flowers come in different colors from white to pink, lots of shades of pink by the way, red, blood red. So these are the different colors that it comes in except for blue and yellow. So these are the two colors that the geraniums don't come in, unfortunately, because a yellow geranium ivy would look really good. And the other thing is how to identify whether this is a shrub variety or an ivy variety. Just look at the stem. If the stem is really thin and slender, and it moves like this downwards, then it is an ivy geranium. If the plant tends to move upwards, then it is a non-ivy geranium. And you can also look at the stem, that it will be a little thicker. So that's how you identify the non-ivy and the ivy variety. Soil conditions, it loves well draining soil. Add a lot of compost, add sand. Do not let water stagnate, because the roots are really sensitive and it might rot, and it might also attract pests. So do not do that. And the other thing is watering. It loves consistently moist soil, so please do not let it dry, do not let it go dry, but still it is a very drought tolerant plant. But I see that certain variety of flower producing geraniums, especially the violet color one, is more drought tolerant than the red colored geranium ivy, because this is again from experience. So the sensitivity really depends on the different geranium plants. So always do a trial and error to identify what kind of water conditions your plants like. The other thing is fertilization. It loves it loves being fertilized. Use a lot of DAP crystals. Since this is not an edible plant, I would advise you to use DAP, but still better would be if you add organic fertilizer like banana peel extracts, tea powder, etc. The other thing is, like, where do you really place this? You can either use it in a hanging pot or in a window box where it gives that cascading effect. It can also be used as a ground cover. So these are the different uses of a geranium ivy, and like I explained it to you in an earlier video, it is very easy to propagate this plant. So while you are deadheading, so this is how you deadhead. Just take this. Once the flower has bloomed, just break it like this. It's very easy, it just comes off. You don't really have to use a scissor. Again, this plant is self-cleaning, so you don't really have to deadhead it or use a scissor and prune it, it will first, these things will fall, and then slowly the entire flower stalk will fall. So these are the few care tips that can come in handy for you guys while taking care of a geranium ivy. Uh, do let me know if you have any further questions. I'm more than happy to answer it. And thank you for watching, and many more such geraniums to you. Thank you.